Oh, fuck, it's hot.
What's up, YouTube? Today I'm going to show you how to make a super popular dish called Soondubu Jjigae, literally translated to a lot of tofu. The version I'll be showing you is a very simple and easy version you could try at home. It's a great stew that we like to eat at 4 a.m. after hitting the club in Koreatown. But before you try it, make sure to like and subscribe. Soondubu Jjigae, let's get it! For this recipe, we need the right kind of tofu. It has to be extra silken, and they usually come in these cylindrical tubes. I first like to separate the tofu in a non-reactive bowl and season with a pinch of salt and about a tablespoon and a half of soy sauce. The sodium is going to help penetrate the tofu and create a deeper flavor, while also drawing out excess moisture. When we draw out the excess moisture, it's going to greatly improve the texture of the tofu in your stew. Now I set it aside and I create the chili paste. Take some coarse red pepper, about 2 tablespoons in a separate bowl. Add a small splash of water. And with a spoon, mix it until it becomes a nice thick paste. I'm going to add about a spoon to 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. And in my case, I'm gonna add some strips of thinly sliced beef brisket and some oyster mushrooms. Add everything to your bowl and give it a good mix with your spoon. Once the ingredients are fully mixed, be ready to set it aside for a little bit. Now chop some scallions, mince some garlic, slice some red chilies, and in a pot of your preference, add some oil and a splash of sesame oil. In a medium-low heat, we're going to sweat out the scallions to release that fragrance. Add garlic and continue to sweat a little bit longer until the garlic becomes translucent as well. Now we're going to add our marinade with our beef and mushrooms and lightly saute it to render out the beef fat and create that beautiful chili oil. Once it's sauteed for a bit, we're going to add very little water, maybe a 1/4 cup. We need to remember the tofu is also going to expel moisture, and the highlight is not the broth, it's the tofu. Add a pinch of salt or season to taste and bring the broth to a boil. Now that the broth is boiling, we're going to drain the tofu of excess moisture and add them to the stew. As you bring the stew back up to the boil, we're going to use our spoon to lightly break up the tofu into various pieces. Boil the sundubu for a few extra minutes. When I'm almost ready to serve, I like to add a few extra strips of the beef to give it a nice hot pot texture feel. Garnish with some enoki mushrooms and the sliced chilies. And your sundubu is ready to serve. Of course, we can't forget the egg right when we're about to eat. There you have it, guys. Super easy sundubu you can make at home using a very few simple ingredients at home. Try it out. Let me know how you feel. Till next time, let's get it. Egg so you get that nice velvety texture. So good. Have this with rice. Very good.